What you choose to believe about God in the middle of pain and suffering will determine whether or not your heart grows hard and cold, or if you grow in character and wisdom. And I've been wrestling with the Lord a lot about long suffering lately, and there's almost like this misalignment because I believe to my core that as a child of God and an heir to the throne, that I have access to freedom and healing on this side of eternity because of the power and authority of Jesus Christ living inside of me, but that's not always felt like my lived experience. And so I've been going to God with my frustrations because if I don't bring those to him, I don't give him an opportunity to speak in and reveal himself to me. And if you try to figure those out yourself, the enemy would be happy to write a narrative for you that would paint God as the bad guy and make you resent him. So in my wrestle with long suffering, the Lord led me to 2 Corinthians 12, where Paul has a thorn in his flesh, and 3 times he pleaded with the Lord about this, that it should leave him. And the Lord said, "My grace is sufficient for you, my power is made perfect in weakness." Here's how this showed up in my life. If I didn't have the presence of this specific struggle in my life, I would have nothing that would keep me on my knees. Nothing that would lead me to spiritual poverty. I've grown up in very privileged conditions. I have an amazing family, grew up in a godly household. My mom is the most servant-hearted and gentle woman, and my dad is an absolute prayer warrior and spiritual leader. There has been blessings and favor over all of my life, and if I didn't have this, I would have nothing that would keep me needy for the Lord. This struggle has taught me how to pray. It has pushed me to look into the scriptures. It has let me experience parts of God's character that I would have otherwise missed out on, because you can't experience God as a refuge if you never have the feeling of being a refugee and needing safety. You can't experience him as a strong tower if you never feel so weak that you literally can't keep going. Does this make suffering any easier? No. And do I still struggle with okay, does this mean this is going to be in my life forever? Because I don't know if I can fully comprehend that. But the narrative that I'm choosing to believe about God is that I'm his daughter. He doesn't want to see me suffer. And if he's allowing it, it's because there's purpose and goodness and glory on the other side. On the margins of this passage, I have written down, human weakness provides ideal opportunity for the display of divine power. His weakness is an opportunity for him to experience the superabundant strength of God's grace. I don't know why the struggle isn't out of my life yet, but I know that because of its presence, I am who I am, and I know God the way that I do, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. This might not answer all your questions, but I hope it provided a little bit of encouragement for you. We serve a good God, and we don't always understand his ways, but his ways and thoughts are higher, and he is a trustworthy and a faithful God.